All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. Now, All-Star guard Russell Westbrook will be donning the purple and gold of the Los Angeles Lakers next season as a result of a trade today with the Washington Wizards. Now, the Wizards will receive Kyle Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and the 22nd pick in tonight's NBA draft for Westbrook, as well as a second-round pick in 2024 and the second-round pick in 2028. Now, the Lakers will be Westbrook's fourth different team in the last four NBA seasons, and you just have to wonder, will Westbrook's reckless style fit in with LeBron and Anthony Davis for the Lakers? That's going to be the million-dollar question. Now, Westbrook has averaged a triple-double in 3 of the last 4 seasons, and in each of those 3 seasons, he also led the NBA in assists. Now, Westbrook has been his own spirit throughout his career, and what I say by that and what I mean by that is, you know what, Westbrook just dances to a different beat. I mean, he's a guy, he needs the ball in his hands in order to be effective. He just goes out there and plays with reckless abandon. And, you know, sometimes it can be a gift and also sometimes it can be a curse. So it's going to be interesting to see how he's going to fit in once again with LeBron and AD. Now, Westbrook has always been a player that needs the ball in his hands to be effective. And it's a situation with the Lakers. We all know what LeBron brings to the table, and it's going to be important for Westbrook's style to mesh in with what LeBron brings to the table and what Anthony Davis brings to the table. You look at this Lakers team, you know, Westbrook definitely gives them another ball handler, but nonetheless, this Lakers team, they still need a lot of pieces such as perimeter shooting, they need rebounding, and they also need a rim protector. Now, Westbrook is set to make north $44 million next season, as between himself, LeBron, and Anthony Davis, that counts for more than $120 million in salary cap space. And when you get down to brass tacks, along with those three, only Alfonso McKinney and Marc Gasol are under contract for the Lakers next season. So they got to go out there and they still have to put pieces around their new big three. Now, this move more than likely means that you won't see veteran guards Chris Paul or Kyle Lowry with the Lakers next season. So it's going to be interesting to see who else is going to be wearing the purple and gold going forward. Now, the Lakers obviously are not done, because this is not enough for them roster-wise, of course. So they've still got to go out there and sign free agents and bring in pieces. You look at the Western Conference next season, you know, Phoenix is definitely going to be in the mix, even though they're going to be at a disadvantage due to the shorter offseason for them. You still want to see what the Los Angeles Clippers are going to do. Are the Golden State Warriors going to improve? You look at the Dallas Mavericks, Utah Jazz. What's going to happen with the Portland Trailblazers and Damian Lillard? We'll have to wait and see. So there's a lot to talk about. But the Lakers definitely, they made the playoffs this past season. They were one and done. And a lot of that is due to, you know, the injuries that the Lakers had. So it's all about the Lakers needing, they have more star power now, yes. But it's all about adding that depth around these guys. We've seen teams in recent years, or some teams in recent years in the NBA, go for the big three style. But, you know, it's still so important to have that depth around those guys. Those role players that know their role and they could step in there and make those key plays at each end of the court. So that's definitely the next step for this Lakers club. So they still have some work in front of them for the offseason. But this is definitely interesting for the marquee at the Staples Center. I still want to see what the Lakers are going to do to get their perimeter players. Like I said, more bigs and guys that can play off of LeBron. That's the most important thing. So it's going to be interesting to see how Westbrook fits into the scenario for the Lakers. One of the knocks on his career has been his inability to play alongside guys. I know that, you know, he had success with Kevin Durant and James Harden with Oklahoma City. It's interesting to see, or you always wonder, rather, what could have been if those three stuck together. You know, him and KD were at odds at one point, which is what resulted in Kevin Durant leaving and going to Golden State. They tried to rekindle it with Harden and James Harden and Westbrook in Houston. It didn't work out. We also saw OKC try to go and bring in Carmelo Anthony and Paul George to play along with Westbrook, and that didn't work out as well. And this past season, we saw Brad Beal and Westbrook, and that didn't work out either. So it's going to be interesting to see how the dynamic that is Russell Westbrook can fit into what the Lakers have to do. I'll tell you like this. This is probably going to be Westbrook's best chance to get a title. Basically, since he got to the NBA Finals in 2012 as a member of the Oklahoma City Thunder. But nonetheless, if Westbrook can't get it done playing alongside LeBron, he never will. So it's going to be interesting to see how he is able to humble himself, what he is able to bring to the table for this Lakers team. And it's going to be interesting to see how this new big three for the Lakers comes together for next season. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. I want to take the time out to thank all of you fine folks out there for tuning in. And if you have not already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it will be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. You can check it out. Drop a line and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin. Take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.